Well, hello there, human tibbies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you are lucky enough to be doing it too. I'm back from the wonderful world of Mudgee, where I took the missus. Well, she took me. Well, we took each other together for our 10th anniversary. It was great fun. Had a couple of days up there, ate my weight in very, very good food, and have come back bigger than Quo Vadis's horse. Now, this is Subs Replay Sunday, and today we have a triple threat lineup for you. We have Mojo in the FV215B. We have the Panther M10 driven by Norbit. And we have Juicy Tender Steak, the young fella from Raid, in our first ever Frenchie video. He's in the AMX 5120. And that's one of the reasons why I actually waited to do this video until today, because I thought we may actually get some new French tanks in while I was away, and it's exactly what happened. I haven't driven the new French ones yet. They've been pretty, they've been pilloried and they've been joyfully received, and they definitely seem to be a little bit more loved than the American autoloader line, and the Tier 5 one is pretty hilarious. Oh, there's Mojo with his second kill already. Look at this kid just doing the business. I did manage to play the Tier 5 one before they changed the view range and everything. It was pretty funny, running around with binoculars. 430 view range and 3,160 damage per minute in my Tier 5 monster machine. Look at Mojo just rolling along here. Now, I platoon with Mojo a lot, and he certainly can play the game, but he's been tremendously helped here by what can only be described as a cloak of invisibility. No one is even looking at him. He's there in a 215B, and there's 3 tanks tunneling a T-54, and Mojo is just bashing them. He's firing on the reload, and he's not even having to really angle his armor because no one's noticed he is there, and he's got 4 kills. In fact, he could well get a 5th here if this T-54 doesn't spark up and pay attention. Doesn't look like he's going to, and there we go. This is number 5. And that could be the easiest 5 kill you're ever going to see, Mojo, because you have literally just had to press the button. Here he goes. And this is one of the reasons I love this video, because Mojo is a very good player. But for all that, this is the vagaries of Blitz. He's only now having to pay attention. This 183 is putting him to the acid test. He really wants to give him a little bit of love. He's not really putting into that much of a test at all. He's decided Mojo also is invisible, and he's going to be looking at that Object 268. And Mojo says, "Thanks, Shouter Fighter, for realizing that I am indeed invisible. How about you give me that one, because I'm on a Rossini." He's had 6 kills in a Tier 10, and someone's finally going to shoot at him. Holy hell, he wants to last. He wants it bad. The Object 268 doesn't care, but does him a huge favor, and Mojo ramp kills the last guy. Yes! He got a 7 kill in the 215B. I had a video of Chappos doing the same thing in a 215B on the old mines map, and I lost it. So it's nice to see a 215B RAS up here. Well done, Mojo. There's the RAS, there's the high caliber, the top gun, 5k damage, 1600. I've never seen a game like that where you get a RAS. They basically just completely ignored him. It was fantastic. Very cool Tango Bango music going on in the background here. A little bit like the Cuban children, the lovers of great jazz and hot, sultry Cuban music, the Buena Vista Social Club, but it's not them. This is Norbit STK in the Panther M10. Now, these are all pre-patch 3.6, these two, because you can see people are actually able to talk in chat, which is not the case once you're dead and gone nowadays, which I got to be honest, a lot of people are angry about it. And I had a chat to the boys in Grump, and they're all carrying on about it. And I said, everyone needs to have a look in the mirror and give yourself an uppercut, because no one says more abuse and crankiness in chat than you clowns. And Norbit DK S2, sorry. These names, fantastic stuff. Panther M10 in the Bushka spot. That is a spot that I definitely pioneered back in the day. Had a great spot, put it on video on my YouTube channel, and now every clown ends up going there, and there's always someone there, and I can never get it to myself. He's doing very well in the Panther M10 here. Reset his camo. He's going to go out, look for a shot on that IS or the Tiger 1. There's the Tiger 1, but the Tiger 1 has a lovely 75mm gun there. We might be running the 88. Hits him, and yeah, no, he hits him for 200. So definitely you'd think the 88. The 3485 can't really push around there because there are still two big boys in spawn. So he just angles up his Panther M10. It's a tubby tank, the piloting Panther. One of my favourite premiums from back in the day. It was a good tank to grind with. These guys in spawn aren't, however, doing anything to actually hit these guys up there. They're just kind of hanging back. Norbit is taking basically the whole flank on his own, and they've finally got off their butts and are moving up to do something here. So well done, Norbit, for playing the role of heavy and all-round good guy. And now he's going to move across there and try and sneak a shot in. Now, Norbit is from the Sparta clan, I believe. They're all pretty solid players. Look at that. There you go. Up the top, VK2801. We'll have some of you. Thank you very much. That's a 2801 in the bank. No, didn't pen. Why no pen? Why no pen? Gets him that time, though. The Panther M10 was a funny old tank when it was first released because it had premium matchmaking. Now, for those of you who are new to the game, premium matchmaking was where you would only see +1, -1 in your matchmaking, which is now the default position. So when they changed it, they actually buffed a few of the characteristics of these kind of tanks. And this had already copped a couple of buffs. So it's actually a far more competitive tank now than it was when it first came out the gate, in my opinion. A lot of people didn't like it. I quite liked it because it was the kind of tank you could hang back in. It had a really quite reasonable gun in terms of accuracy and damage, and it made gold and had good matchmaking. So I was a big fan of the Panther M10, and I still enjoy the tank, but I just haven't driven it for a long time. You can see here he's moving all over creation, but there's only 2 of them left against 5. It was in fact 2 on 6, but he's done the business there and cleaned one up and cleaned another up. And this VK over here should be thanking his lucky stars that he's got a bloke like Norbit on his team. Oh, Norbit, exorbitant. I don't know what's wrong with me. Norbit is now going to make his way back into the fray, looking to use, oh, great work there. That 3485, he eluded him before, not so now. The Blaze WZ, one of my least favourite tanks ever to review, is right there. The Tiger 1 would have been nice for him if that had a pen, but Norbit's got the reload on him. Look at Norbit, just such a sexy name, the Norbster. Norbit Maximus. Norbit withdrawing here, waiting for a little bit of action as it comes around the corner. There are 4 reds to dust off, but there are a lot of really, really low hit point reds. They are on a streak called Struggle, and they are looking for someone else to do the work for them. Norbit's not worried about that. He is waiting. He's saying, here I am, boys. Come at me, bros. And he puts the enormously beneficial drive wheel shot into that Blaze. And then another one into the edge. The Tiger 1's behind him, keen to get up and says, I'll have a turn. There, Norbs to cop that. But he's got him on the reload again. 17 hit points is not the kind of hit point pool you get bolshy about. Norbit not quite with enough there. This is dangerous times here. One shot from that Blaze and it's all over. He needs... Oh, dearie me. That was unfortunate. That was very unfortunate. The 3485 is not happy. So lucky, he says. Norbit made his own luck there. It's just the IS there, full luck. The T3485 is not happy at all. This is one of the reasons why they removed chat from in the game. People just tend to make their own dialogues and remember things differently, but I quite honestly saw a T3485 drive forward there with 3 other tanks in one spot instead of flanking around. No, T3485, he didn't 100% luck win. He waited and you all drove at him in a straight line. That is why he got the win. Easy win, says the KV13. Don't you love it? Oh, there. That's what you call the ultimate stirrer. The KV13 just stirring the pot. He sees the raw open wound, the agony of Cornell's NL, and puts in the easy call, which is like a punch to the nuts for an uneducated human. Yeah, IS is in trouble here. I've got absolutely no faith that the IS is going to be able to get this done. The 3485 is still venting his spleen. He's not happy. 49 hit points worth of IS facing the wrong direction. He's not going to win it. And Norbit walks away a champion and fires a victory shot, as Bushka Jr. is fond of getting me to do. Fire a victory shot, Dad, he says, and that's exactly what we often do. 2745, Kalubinanov, 6 kills, high caliber, top gun. That's right, Norbster. Now, here we go. We have a Juicy Tender Steak. Now, I'm going to throw up a YouTube channel for Juicy Tender Steak in the description, and you can all have a look at his YouTube channel. He's a good player. He is from the Raid clan. Now, you might remember a while ago, before the Twister Cup, I got a hold of some footage of the Kings of Europe, and I did some commentary there, and Juicy Tender Steak was part of that. I believe it was Kazna and Raid, and a couple of other clans are involved. Really good stuff. Now, he is in our first French winner chicken dinner. He is the AMX 5120, and he is running the Tier 9 clan camouflage, which means he's got all the taste of a low-fat yogurt. He's pushing around here. Sees the M48 pattern. Love a bit of M48 pattern. He has 3 in the clip, each one doing a lovely 400 damage, and he's looking to unleash them all. Oh, look, hello, there's a T-34 at the back who we're not sure what he's doing there. Probably not much good. You wouldn't think it was a positive attitude having a T-34, a big hull-down heavy, sitting on the top of a hill, sideways at the back of a map, but there you go. To each their own. Juicy Tender is obviously feeling very juicy and very tender right now because he is in the box seat here. That M48A1, M46 pattern, sorry, not the M48A1. What am I doing? This is a Tier 9 game, Bushka. Get yourself together, man. The T-34, still not seen at the back. This is, in fact, a heavy tank, and it's one of the funny things about the French autoloaders. Without driving them a whole hell of a lot, they feel a lot like medium tanks to me, but they are, in fact, heavy tanks. That M46, oh, snapshot, Mick Snapshotterson. Love that. Patton thought he was back in, and he gives him one to go on with as he ducks back into cover. Pushing up now on the left flank. Loves a bit of action, Juicy Tender. He's still on the reload, but that's never stopped him before. He's a man of aggressive action, and he's taking it right here. The Patton's decided to use the Mojo Cloak of Invisibility on Juicy Tender, and only realises now as he turns that it was, in fact, the big AMX 5120 there, right next to him. Thing's massive. It's got a head like a racing tadpole, gun depression, all kinds of things. Oh, Object 704. Don't mind if I do, but probably a wise move just to sneak one out there and then duck back in. He's taking the opportunity while he is coming back around to get a full reload done, and he's telling the team, hey guys, reloading 19 seconds. Well, to be honest, he's just telling one other tank because the T-44 is the only other bloke there, and he's like, well, what the hell ever. You can be reloading. I'm going to Deadtown. You'll note there's a whole lot less chat in this game than there have been in the preceding two because the chat got removed. Now, we can't have nice things. Chat was removed with good reason. If you want the game to work and you want things to change in the game and you want new content and everything, then you have to realise that Wargaming paying people by the hour to actually go through endless amounts of tickets saying Bob Smith called me a noob, and do that all day, every day for a week and never get to the bottom of the pile is the reason why chat was removed. We can't have nice things because we stuff them up. That's basically why chat was removed. It's nice to say ahoy and g'day and everything in chat, but when you keep sending tickets in because people are abusive, then you end up with situations where people have to actually be paid to do that, and while they're being paid to do that, they're not actually doing things like, you know, map design, content creation, balancing tanks, all the good stuff that you'd really like to look forward to. So we're pushing out and about here. We're going left. It is going to be a Kolobanovsky if he can get on up. Oh, there's a T-34 from earlier, our sideways friend from at the top of the tree, and he is gone because the AMX 5120 has a very short reload between its shells. And if you're running around there taking your time like that 34 was, then you are going to be a victim and not part of the solution. Pushing back here, Juicy Tender Steak. The Raid boys know how to shake it, and indeed he is shaking it. If it was me, I'd go for a reload, and that's exactly what he does. I get a little thrill every time they do the same thing that I do, like put a shot into a speculative spot or go for an early reload. He's just moving back and forward here, looking for cover. He's going to use that bush now. I'd use the bush. I'd probably push up to the top, have a little peek through that bush, and then I'd remember, hey, I'm a heavy tank, I'm not a medium tank, so if I go up to have a little peek behind the bush, the entire world is going to see me because I'm big as a house and have similar camouflage. Oh, and there's the IS-3 Defender, unlucky for some. Just the Object 704 now, and he'd have to be very worried because Juicy Tender is doing exactly the right thing. He's going for a full reload here. That means that he has 1 minute and 30 to find the Object 704, get a hold of him. He's letting his team know because they can't talk. He's just letting them know, rest assured, I know what I'm doing. I am going for a full reload, and when I find this Object 704, I'm going to teach him a lesson that he surely will not forget. We're assuming that the 704 is out here, and indeed he is. There's Juicy Tender, sees a great chance at a shot, doesn't take it, rightfully so, because all he's got to do is take one from the 704, get past him, and it is all over. Even better if the 704 fires one off right about now and misses. But he's not going to do it. He's still... Oh, that was not in the plan. And now we're on a full reload again. We've just got to get past him before... Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, how about these French tanks? They really can motor. Motor City, USA. No, Motor City, France. I don't know where that would be. Maybe Marseille, maybe Lyon, maybe Blitz. One of those places, that's where the motors are running. And look at this, 3 good ones straight to the back door, and it's all over for Roman_TRI9 with your name up in lights. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That is Bushka on Blitz's Subs Replay Sunday. Our first look at the French tanks, 5,869 damage. And the big Kolobanovsky. Love your work there, Juicy Tender Steak. Good to see you out there. Always nice to hear from our European friends. Until next time, boys and girls, look forward to seeing you during the week, Monday to Friday. We're going to be going through the French tanks. I'm going to get some help from the patrons, and I'm going to run some speed trials like the Elliot. What was his name? Elliot Smith. The Elliot Smith song of the same name. And we're going to run around, show you what the tanks can do, the French ones, show you why you should be driving them. Probably won't do the Tier 5 one until it gets fixed. And that's all. Bye for now. Look after your family. Stay safe on the battlefield.